Hi, I'm Jeff. This is Tropical Plants at 53 degrees north. So, I've already done a video on unusual gifts for greenhouse growers. So I thought we would finish off the kind of gift theme for Christmas gifts. Of course, you could give them any time of the year, but these are for orchid lovers. I thought we'd focus in on the orchid lovers, seeing as a lot of my subscribers are orchid lovers, or orchid growers, depending on which way you want to say it. So, what I've looked for here, I've kind of trawled the internet, looked at various blogs and various things, and I've looked for things that I would like myself. So, are you watching? My wife, Hazel. So, really, these are not the usual kind of things, as you can see from what's on the screen there. These are not things like supplies and transparent pots, bark, that kind of thing. The thing that we would normally expect to just kind of have on repeat, I think, from various places. So these are things that you might not really realise that you need. And it was only when I saw them that I thought, yep, I could definitely do with that. So we'll kick it off with this one, which is obviously a magnifying glass. Now, why would you want a magnifying glass with a light on it? Well, many of us orchid growers are of a certain age that eyesight, especially close up, is pretty tricky. I mean, I have bifocals, I have contact lenses, but nothing can prepare me, or nothing can help me, in fact, to get close up to those orchids to see things like spider mite. I can just about see them in the best light, but if I had this thing, this gadget, and of course that you don't have to go for this one, there are many options available. What I liked about this one is that it had a little light on it as well, which I thought was useful. To be able to see something close up on orchid leaves would be really handy. So that's the first one. So let's move along. So I thought a book. These days, actually, books are quite unusual. People just tend to get everything online, and sometimes a book is really what you need. And yes, I know that the accepted wisdom these days is that books are not really worth much. But if you're a new grower, then I would suggest that a book like this one, and it's got fantastic reviews on both sides of the Atlantic, the Orchid Whisperer, so it must have some good information in it. I don't believe all the information's no good, so I wouldn't mind having a book and having a read through, even if it's only just to confirm what you think you know and give you some ideas for which plants that might go in your particular environment. So a book I thought was quite unusual these days. So moving along, so this is a terrarium. Now obviously there are all sorts of different varieties and variations on the theme. You can get loads from all sorts of places, but I just like this one. I thought it was a nice little terrarium, and you could get some little orchids in there as well as some mossy rocks and perhaps a few earth plants, and I think that would look really nice in a conservatory or somewhere like that. So for me, yeah, terrarium I think is quite an unusual gift, and I think that would be really nice for somebody who grows orchids. So moving along, this is something I've not seen before, and again, this one you can't get this one on Amazon. Most of the things I've got from Amazon, but and I'll put links to all these things in the description. Some of them are affiliate links. I might make about 3p off them. Others, if I couldn't get them on Amazon, I just got them wherever they were available. In those cases, they're not affiliate links. So this one, these Botani wipes, never heard of them before, but they are impregnated, or neem oil impregnated wipes. So you just use them to wipe the leaves. Now, looking at my leaves and my orchids, they really could do with a wipe. They collect all sorts of things, because of course they're not getting the rain washing things away. So very often they just get all sorts of like detritus on them that I tend to think are little bugs, and in fact they're not. So I thought that would be useful. So you could wipe away the muck that's on the leaves, the dust and so on, and at the same time you put a little layer of neem oil on. Apparently these smell nice, they don't smell like neem oil, so that might be useful to shine those leaves up. Moving along, so this is the website of the North of England Orchid Society, which I'm a member, but I thought purchasing an annual membership for an orchid society, if you're particular person that you're buying for is not already in an orchid society, why not have a look, see if there's something local to you? And that is a really good, and actually I may say pretty cheap, present or gift for your orchid loving loved one. So yeah, a gift of a membership there. So these are baskets for vandas and other various orchids that grow quite happily bird rooted, and as we know there are quite a lot of those, not just vandas. I've only got one vanda, but I have got a number of orchids that I could grow bird rooted like this. So again, I just like this particular basket. Obviously there are a lot cheaper ones. This was a cedar one, so obviously would last a long time. So yeah, I thought that would be a good idea as a gift. Again, moving along, how about a phone case? You can get orchid themed phone cases and they don't all look feminine like this one for example, which does look quite girly, but I did see some. I don't know if I can move down. Where was it? I can't actually find it. I think this page has changed since I last looked. But there are some with orchids on that look quite nice, look quite masculine as well, that you could use them for a man. I don't know where they are. They don't seem to be there anymore. Perhaps they've sold out in the meantime. But yeah, well, okay. You know, make your own mind up on that. Obviously, it's a personal taste thing, but some kind of orchid theme phone case, that would be a nice idea. I know people like these holey clay pots and they're really nice for growing things in, but I thought like an ornamental holey clay pot, and found these on Etsy. So these, and there are absolutely loads of them, there's not just this particular one, but as a gift I thought that would be nice to go somewhere. And obviously you've got all these holes in that roots can poke through. So yeah, I thought that would be an unusual gift, but still on the theme of those kind of pots. Again, still on Etsy. These are quite expensive, but we are talking about a gift here, aren't we? You can get these rather nice ones that like have this glaze on them, so I thought that'd be quite nice. And again, still on the theme of holey clay pots, on eBay you can actually buy these things, and I have noticed on a number of people's videos that they are quite difficult to get hold of. And I did trawl all over the place and I found this on eBay. So again, I'll put this in a link in the description for this, but they have all sorts of sizes. There you go. I don't know what the 10-piece pot, I'm not quite sure what these mean. I'd have to look it up and have a read of it, but you can get different sizes in these. I think they've actually made them themselves. That's what it says somewhere, handmade holey pot. And there you go, some sizes at the top there. So they're always useful, hard to get hold of, and orchids seem to love them. And we'll finish it off with this one. So this here, again, very unusual, and again you can get more than what I've got here. This is just one that's cropped up. This obviously is a particularly expensive gift from 325. So this is an online course for growing orchids, but it does read as quite an interesting one. So it seems to cover, you know, enthusiastic amateurs, professionals in horticulture. It seems to cover everybody. I don't know how that can be, but it seems to. And it gives you 8 lessons telling you all about the naming system and the culture and various things, propagation, and it goes into various speciality orchids, various genera there. But I'm sure if you have a look on the internet you'll find all sorts of online courses there. I thought that would be an unusual gift. And again, I'm not affiliated with these, it's just the first one that I came across, but I thought a course would be quite handy. So there you go. I think there was 11 gifts there. Quite unusual ones, different from the ones that you normally expect to find for orchid growers. So if you have a loved one that loves their orchids, then why not have a look to see if any of these gifts are of use to you. So I hope that's been a bit of an eye-opener on the kind of things that you can get for people who like orchids, who like growing orchids. And by all means stick in the comments if you've thought of any more, because it'll help all of us people who are in the market for buying for somebody. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and for now I'll see you on the next one. Bye.